Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Said by Anis Nin. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Drop everything you're doing right now and just come hang out with me for few minutes. You are tuning into another episode of The Consummate Life with Isavi. Can you believe we have crashed headfirst into August 1st, 2026? The sun is absolutely blazing outside and getting warmer here. Look, I know the year is flying by at warp speed and your brain is probably fried from the heat. But right now, we are muting all of that outside chaos. Let's tune our frequency to our time and just have some fun. Today, we need to talk about the physical borders of your current reality. Think about how accurate that opening quote was. Life isn't a fixed room with solid walls. It is an elastic band. When you let fear dictate your choices, your world aggressively shrinks. Your circles get smaller, dreams get muted, and you trap your mind in a tiny cage of safety. But the second you choose to breathe through the discomfort or break that comfort circle and show up anyway, your entire reality expands. Redefining your mindset means realizing that courage isn't the absolute absence of fear. It is the realization that internal peace is far more important than the temporary comfort of staying hidden. Think about how many times you have actively shrunk yourself just to fit into spaces where you didn't belong, and you think the solution is to withdraw. You swallow your anxiety in absolute silence and give up fighting for yourself. But that is a trap. When you let self doubt or the fear of missing out dictate your pace, your world aggressively shrinks. You trap your mind in a tiny cage of exhaustion. We usually think courage means doing massive, loud things out in the world. Every single piece of external pressure trying to tell you to keep grinding and burning out. Treat it like a spam message. Swipe it away. Ignore it entirely and go your way. That's the beauty of having a truly resilient spirit. You don't need public validation or a clean, perfect aesthetic to start expanding again. You just need to acknowledge your weakness and your strengths. The fact that you survived through the rough patches of the last few months, the fact that you fell down, cried loud, questioned your decisions, and still rose from the ashes is the living proof of breaking your barriers. Now I have to give you a complete reality check because August is bringing some absolutely legendary calendar energy to help us understand this expansion. Since summer is at its absolute sweating peak right now, that reminds me that we had received a heat advisory stating that the temperature is going to rise this weekend. Oh boy. Okay, let's come back to our topic. First up, August 3rd is the National Watermelon Day. Talk about peak summer survival gear. I'm pretty sure my entire brain chemistry right now is just being held together by ice cubes and giant cold slices of watermelon. If you want to talk about expanding your life, try. Try eating a slice of watermelon gracefully without getting juice all over your shirt. It takes real courage. But it gets better. Just a few days later, we hit National Book Lovers Day on August 9th, closely followed by my absolute all time favorite holiday in existence, National Lazy Day on August 10th. I mean, come on. The universe is literally giving us a legal prescription to grab a brilliant page turner, find the softest horizontal surface in the house, and completely shut down from the outside world. And look, I know my hyper productive, overachieving friends are probably frowning through their headphones right now, looking at their 2026 resolution checklist with absolute panic. I see your incredible self control and discipline, and honestly, I'm a little jealous. Clearly, I don't have that same willpower because I have already pre booked my entire calendar for National Lazy Day to do absolutely nothing, and I feel zero guilt about it. My omnipresent parents, probably listening to this right now, rolling their eyes so hard, thinking, wait, when? When is it ever not a lazy day for you? Cue the instant guilt trip, mostly because they're completely right. I pray your parents aren't this brutally accurate. But you're probably wondering, then why are you lecturing us? Wait, well, here is the thing. When you hit that manic, hyper independent phase where you are absolutely desperate to prove you can survive on your own, laziness turns into a luxury you can't afford. I know a lot of you listening can relate to that. It's exhausting. Honestly, some days you just want to rip off that heavy blanket of adulthood and go back to being a clueless kid, back when your parents actually had all the answers. To me, true courage during high summer means unapologetically expanding your right to rest. Every single piece of external pressure trying to tell you to keep grinding. Treat it like a spam message. Swipe it away. Ignore it entirely and go lie down. Who is the world to judge your rest when they have no idea how hard you have been running? So, here is your challenge for the week ahead as we kick off this brand new month of August. I want you to initiate two distinct things. First, the expansion audit. Sometimes this week, stop for 10 seconds when you're about to say no to something out of pure self doubt or anxiety. Ask yourself, is this choice shrinking my energy or is it expanding my peace? Choose the path that lets you breathe. The second one is the lazy feast. Yeah, I'm still sticking on to that National Lazy Day. Okay, so the lazy feast. Celebrate the high summer energy this week. Make a watermelon drink with a little lime juice and a couple of mint leaves. Find a phenomenal book and spend at least 30 minutes completely away from screens. Let your mind completely reset. Alright, friends, we made it to the weekend. Yay! Some of them have been already enjoying their Saturday, and some of them have been stepping into the Sunday. In either case, just enjoy your weekend. And listen, if you're sitting there craving a little treat or your backyard flavor upgrade to celebrate the new month, I have the ultimate solution for you. Treat yourself to some crispy burgers or fries dipped in a spicy Chicago fire sauce. It is incredible. It brings all the iconic zesty flavor of Chicago's famous hot dog toppings straight into one super convenient bottle. Big Fook has been featured by Food and Wine, the Chicago Tribune, and the QVC. They are constantly praised for bringing unmatched quality to the table. And because you are part of a beautiful community, the store is hooking you guys up with a massive discount. Just use our promo code SAV at the checkout to get an exclusive 20% off your entire purchase. I'll make sure to have the link available just below this video. Thank you so much for kicking off this brand new month with me. For real, embrace your well-deserved break and grab a chilled fruit juice or cocktail or a massive scoop of ice cream with whipped toppings to beat the rising heat. You have earned it, so keep absolutely rocking out there. Keep your head high. Stretch your mind towards the things that actually bring you joy. And never ever apologize for putting yourself first. Adios and take care. Yours authentically, Sedika. Bye.